Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
Yes, that's good. Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, the traffic today was pretty damn crazy.
It was crazy, yeah. And the trams they just keep breaking down. There are like accidents happening
Yeah,
everywhere. It's only because it snows. It's
yeah,
amazing, right?
yeah. This weather, yeah, it can really destroy someone's plans.
Yeah.
However, I'm glad that you're here.
Yeah.
And getting back to business, as I can remember from our previous phone call,
Yeah. Yeah.
you've told me that you have already gathered some supplies,
Yes. Yes.
some
Yes.
necessary equipment for your study area,
Yes.
right?
Some work has already been done.
Could you tell me maybe a little bit more about that?
Yes, I can. I can. I have a list on me,
Yeah.
and the first two things that are fixed
Mm-hmm.
is the electricity and the drainage.
Yep.
And then we already have 10 tables
Mhm.
and 10 chairs,
Mhm.
and they are already in the right
And
color
it's already
scheme.
already fixed.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we don't need any more tables and chairs.
Mm-hmm.
Um, then what we need to have fixed
Yeah.
is the floor.
The floor. Okay.
Yeah. Because the floor it's unpolished
Yes.
and it's also not in the right color scheme.
Okay.
So I would suggest like maybe getting a complete new floor.
A complete new floor.
Yes.
So, what kind of design would you like to go
Well,
more in terms of
we
floor?
want to have the same design that the
Yeah.
school already has,
Yes.
which is kind of like red, orange,
Okay. Okay.
and
Okay.
but for this study corner,
Mhm.
because it's for the TMA course,
Yeah.
it's like a very Asian focused course.
Mhm.
We want to have an Asian element added to it.
Okay.
So basically, it has to follow the same design as a school,
Mhm.
but also it has to be
Some
of the
something
Asian
something a little bit
Asian
different,
element. Yeah.
more into Asian
So
Asian
I
style.
hope you guys have like some ideas about that.
Yeah, of course, we can definitely figure something out
Yeah.
about this. Yeah.
Yeah. And then also the wallpaper, of course, because right now it's completely yellow,
Mhm.
and that's not gonna happen.
Mhm.
So it needs to be taken off, and maybe we would like to go for paint because it's more durable.
Okay.
Because if the wallpaper gets dirty, the only way to fix it is by removing it.
Yeah. I
So
would say that's a good idea. I highly support that. Did you already think of a color, or shall we make some suggestions for you?
I would say like yeah, if you have some suggestions,
Yes.
like as far as what works for the design and
Yeah.
what fits the Asian
I would
element.
say that we can go with the color itself of the walls
Yeah.
right after we decide upon the color of the floor and
Okay, that's a
the
that's a nice.
the floor material and everything that regards
Yeah.
this matter. Yeah.
Okay, of course I am just a spokesperson for the
Yeah.
for the committee. So is there a possibility of you guys making a concept photo,
Yeah, of
which I
course.
can show to the
We
other
have
members and we can like
yeah,
discuss?
we have all the necessary apps through which we can make some concepts and we can straight after a week probably send it to you. So
Okay, that
that's not a problem.
that sounds very nice. We would also like to have some additions of maybe the lights that we have,
Mhm.
maybe to have it more clear,
Okay.
because of course people want to study there.
So
And
it has to have a necessary.
yeah, but also we would like to have options like so that people can dim the lights,
Mhm.
because usually at our study corners people stay there till like 8 or 11, and you
Till
don't
late,
you don't
late.
always want to have like a real bright light
That's
just
true.
in your
No,
face
of
the whole time.
course, that's not true.
So if there's like options like that, it
Mhm.
would be great.
Yeah, we can definitely fix that.
And then in the previous call, I found out that our budget is a little bit too low
Mhm.
for the estimation of
Yes.
like what you normally have.
Mhm.
But I think since so much work has already been done, like the electricity and the
Yeah.
drainage, can you give a new estimation of
I would say
the price?
that usually, as I have previously mentioned, we work in the estimated budget from 35 euros to approximately 50,000 euros.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
However, sometimes we of course make exceptions if our client has already done some of the work themselves.
Yep.
So in this example, in your example, I would say that we can make definitely an exception, and I would say that if we sum up the cost of the lightning, including the wallpapers, not really the wallpapers, but painting the walls,
Painting the walls,
as well as
fixing the floor.
fixing the floor and giving it a completely new design, I would say that a rough estimation would be approximately 20,000.
20,000, yeah.
So
that sounds.
that decreases our minimum budget of 45,000 by 15,000. So I would say that it should be a.
That sounds very good. I think then we have even like some money left
Yeah.
for some more additions, maybe some more decorations.
Yes, I would say that along the way we can also maybe come up with some new ideas that will upgrade the study area
Okay,
even more.
that would be great. And then of course there is another thing, and that is how fast can something like this get done? Because the students they really want to, they need a place to study.
Of course. I completely understand that. I would say that I first need to contact my supervisors to come up with the exact date. However, usually it happens that the, uh, the time, the duration of the project, it lasts for around 1 to 1.5 months.
Okay.
So, however, this is the case with like a little bit slightly bigger projects.
Okay.
In terms of your project, I would say it should last approximately 20 days, maybe to 30 days.
Okay, that fits well within
Does
the
it
deadline
sound
that
good?
we were hoping for. Yeah.
Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect.
Yeah. So what's the next step?
The next step is that we will provide you with the concept. Probably at the end of this week, you will receive some concept photo of the floor, as well as the possibly 3 or 4 concept arts of the paint that will comply with the photo with the floor as well.
Yep.
And after that, we can figure out the lights as well, so that we can
Okay.
figure some options for that, because we have a big variety of different lightnings, of different lamps that can that have the function of dimming it a little bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, the options are almost endless.
Okay.
So I would say first we have to focus on the 2 first aspects.
That sounds good. That's very acceptable. Yeah.
Okay, in that case, I will send you an email with all the concept arts.
Okay.
And probably at the end of the week you will get all the info.
Yes, I'm very curious to see the concept art.
Yes.
And I think I'll speak for the whole committee.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for the meeting then, and I will see you. I'll hear from you at the end of the week then.
Yes, that's good.